reached Washington for the fifth round of trade deal negotiations. Remember, tariff announcements are not into effect. Expect the baseline tariffs. Let's go across to my colleague Sumita, who has been keeping an eye on this story. Sumita, over to you.
Government sources indicate that a trade team from India is currently in the United States to have the fifth round of talks with the United States with respect to the trade deal that's currently getting negotiated. Remember, government sources are also suggesting that at the moment there are no discussions or there are no negotiations that are happening with respect to Donald Trump's statements about imposing additional tariffs or secondary tariffs on countries that continue to buy oil from Russia or additional tariffs on BRICS countries. So the negotiations or the talks that are currently happening with the United States are just happening on the terms of reference which have been agreed by both the countries. In fact, government sources also indicate that due to India's policies around negotiation, India is seeing positive results. These are yielding positive results in the sense of assured exports markets, and in fact our exports to the United States, according to the data that's been released by the Commerce Ministry, these exports have sustained their momentum to the United States, and there's been no differential, or there's been no change in stance as far as India is concerned from the United States. In fact, government sources also say that as far as tariffs are concerned, except for 10% baseline tariffs, even though Donald Trump may have announced these tariff letters, may have given these tariff letters to different countries, however, besides China, other than China, these tariffs have not really come into effect. Now, talking about whether there's going to be a contingency plan in case Donald Trump decides to impose reciprocal tariffs or decides to continue with these tariffs, well, government sources indicate that as of now, a contingency plan is not in place, and it will depend on what the final decision is, which is arrived at once is any kind of decision that's taken by the US government on that deal. But as of now, we're given to understand that there is positive momentum as far as the India-US deal is concerned. That's something that Donald Trump has also stated. He said just last week that a deal with India is coming soon. On sectoral tariffs, government sources indicate that sectoral tariffs on steel, autos are in place, and US data actually shows that import reduction in these sectors has happened from China.
Right. Thank you so